the power has decided to be less dickish than usual. And if it goes out, I'll just get some uranium from my buddy the mayor. Aren't you cute, mayor? Yes, you are. Mwah. For a friend. Actually, these are all for friends. This is for Neko. And this is for a friend of mine. And the John that I had over there now is for her husband. He's got a gay crush on John, which is adorable. Yeah. Feastings, you're awesome. I sent you some ass just telling you how awesome you are, because I have a tendency to fangirl over people who I think are amazing. So yeah, know how awesome you are. Anywho, Calliope be dead, yo. Oh, she dead. On the day he found a way to kill my dream self, I was done for. Though to be honest, I doubt I'd fared much better regardless. I think his self was always meant to predominate. My will was simply not strong enough to overcome his. You know as well as I how stubborn he is. I don't think he's ever had even a smidgen of doubt in his thoughts or remorse for his deeds, or has I always plagued by such feelings. On some level I always knew he would win, but I fooled myself. I thought I could overcome his ego by looking beyond his negative qualities, staying optimistic and working together with him in a game to accomplish something extraordinary. And that in doing so, perhaps I could begin to help him change, to teach him to evolve beyond his hateful nature. And as he changed for the better, slowly but surely, he would become more like myself. That was how I thought I could predominate. It was how I was going to win. And really, if he grew close to me in that way, by learning kindness and compassion, we both would have won. My predomination would not have meant his absolute death, but our true union. But sadly I underestimated how consumed he was with the need to destroy me. Now he's completely obsessed with finding my soul and wiping me out for good, even if it means tearing apart the reality that surrounds us. He will never feel he has won until all traces of me are gone. Killing all that just makes me feel so unreasonably sad. Fuck that shitlord. I feel so bad knowing you died and there wasn't anything I could do. No matter how much you said your name. Don't fret, you did all you could. Isn't there some way we can bring you back? Some baller fucking magic or a bomb-ass fairy spell? I mean, could we find an answer in, like, for instance, ye enchantments? Very unlikely. Dang it. Okay then. If I can't do that, then I guess the next best thing would be to find your little shit of a bro and feed him a steady diet of his own ass. That is what you're supposed to do, right? I mean, from what I gather, the dude is ridiculous bad news. Just such brutal and stinky news, so eventually somebody's gonna kill him. And that it's probably us, ain't it? It's true he deserves a comeuppance like a few others, but slaying him is not actually a responsibility as heroes now. In fact, if anyone must bear that burden, it might be me. Oh yeah? Possibly. As we speak, there are hundreds of souls out here in the furthest ring looking to defeat him. Some search for a fabled treasure, a weapon said to spell his certain demise, while others say that I myself am this weapon, and so they search for me. They band together in great numbers for this cause, and attract his devastation in hopes of revealing the path to the weapon. But at the same time, they draw his attention away from me, and it is a good thing that they do so. I must remain hidden from everyone for as long as I can. Why? Why not come out and be all like, here I am, yo, it's me, secret weapon ghost Callie? Because I am no such thing. I was already useless against my brother when he was just a brat who liked to tease me. Now that he's an exceptionally muscular and invincible adult, my chances are laughable. No, if I am to contribute, I need more time. I must go in search of my own weapon. What weapon? Ironically, the same weapon which many of them are looking for. Me. It is the only hope I have. I have reason to suspect there may be another iteration of myself out here. One from a doomed timeline who was kept hidden for a long time, just like I have. But unlike me, she supposedly came from a reality where she predominated instead of my brother. And not by the means which I described. Hers was not a mild union of reconciliation. Amazingly, her predomination was absolute. A major feat of will, just as his was with me. As such, she went on to play the game and... well, I cannot even imagine what followed, aside from the fact that she eventually must have died for existing in an offshoot reality. If she exists, I would be eager to meet her. It would be a chance to get to know a version of myself who was strong enough to override the will of my brother. Someone I might have become if I had a little more courage. And if she's such a person, then I really believe all I have heard must be true. I believe she's the key to defeating him. So I have no choice. I must go in search of myself. A journey of self-discovery.
It's 10 o'clock.
You sound like a real popular lady out here. Even you are looking for you. Indeed. Well, I hope you can find her, but if that's your job, to find Bizarro Calliope and go wallop your bro, then what is our heroic biz? It's the same as it always was. To win the game. Oh yeah, duh. It is as I once told Jane. With victory you may finally exit this vast whirling storm. By claiming your reward, you could bring closure to a very wide coil of causality, while not tracing a continuous path like a snake, but intricately woven like a wreath. A ring of countless little rises and falls, ascents and descents, on its way up and down a pair of much bigger ones itself, from alpha to beta, then beta to alpha, as if a mountain to be scaled and then climbed back down. Its peak touches the eye of a storm, which cannot end until the moment you all walk through that door. Only then will there be calm. Bugger, forgive me, sometimes I forget myself and begin speaking in riddles. It's just a habit that is in the nature of my people. Yeah, I know. At least yours are better than your bro's stupid games. Don't remind me. In my opinion, they do not qualify as anything like the sort. Much the same as his shitty twists. So then, from what I'm surmising here is we don't need to beat him to win the game. Like, dealing with him directly is kinda out of our domain. As the one who provoked the breach in paradox space, which I just colourfully described, he has always exerted his influence on your realities from afar, and from many different angles, through unwitting surrogates, outsourced manipulation, outright enslavement, and even petty harassment. But most of all, he prevails with the simple inertia of inevitability that has always been on his side, as a lord of time. And as the one who is to blame for foolishly allowing him access to such power, it's only proper that I take responsibility for finding a way to defeat him. But even though his methods of influencing your session are indirect, they are still formidable. There will be a number of powerful foes who stand between you and victory. Tomorrow, a terrific battle will take place. When you wake up, I suggest you begin to prepare. Okay. How? Like, make more sick gear? I could hustle up another batch of ill-wicked guns. Just like a big old pile of guns. Jake can have them in piece smaller ones. Make Jane a new fancy fork or spoon or such. Like an elite endgame spoon. Whatever that is. Like, the Chowderfucker 5000. Jane be flipping her god spoon around, bopping monsters, doing like, cuckoo damage. Won't bother making nothing for Dirk, since he's basically married to his boring anime sword. Like, you could even pry that thing from his rad, dead cadaver. Yes, I'm sure new equipment would come in handy. And now that you mention it, well before I died or even realised I would not live to play, I made special exception to my rule of staying linear with this conversation. I messaged Jane a birthday gift. You see, I had a brief vision from Skya which suggested to me she could use a boost in morale on this special day, so I offered her something very dear to me. Just a little token to show her appreciation for her friendship. I hope it will cheer her up, and moreover that it will prove at least somewhat useful to your party. But really, at this stage, if you wish to prevail against such stacked odds, collecting boons such as new weapons and treasures will only go so far. I think you will need to embrace a far more substantive gambit. I know what she's talking about. But then again, she didn't really know that it was going to have that kind of effect, I don't think. Like, what? Oh my god, are we going to have to in this Fafita? Is Fafita the secret weapon? It's Fafita, isn't it? Poor sweet, dear, precious Fafita. It's not Fafita. I'm suggesting a measure that is much more extreme. I believe you should all strongly consider ascending to the god tiers. Oh, okay, that sounds cool. What do we do? And of course it sounds cool, but it's not necessarily as easy as it sounds, steeling oneself for death. Believe me. But if you can find the resolve, then here's what you must do. Since none of you have any dream selves left, it won't do any good to sacrifice yourselves in the quest beds found in your respective planets. And even if you did, there is not even a battlefield from which to rise anew. No, your void session had only one path to Ascension all along. You must travel to the centre of the moons of Prospect and Dirk, and there in the crypt you will find your sacrificial slabs. You must lie on them, and then you all must die, one way or another. Alright. Alright? Yeah, fuck it, let's do it. Doesn't the thought make you nervous? Well, getting off to the moon slab ain't my idea of premium fun times or anything, but like, you end up with superpowers after that, right? Yes. And some kind of semi-immortality? Yes. And cool costumes? Yes! Then what is even the fucking hold-up? Let's pop our SS slabward and get down to dying. You seem quite cavalier about this, Roxy. Don't you have doubts? Or wouldn't it cross your mind to wonder, what if I never wake up again? I knew it would for me. I guess that's a fair point, but you say I'll be fine, right? Yes, I believe you will. That's good enough for me. I trust you. Aw. It's cute, but at the same time a little unnerving. Shenanigans. But it sounds like we don't have much time. We don't have much to pull this off. Because foes are coming? Who are all these foes you say we're going to beat? Those who I mentioned my brother has been exploiting in his pawns from afar. The most obvious would be the one responsible for the extinction of our race, and who also happens to be responsible for this most fortuitous nap. Huh? Wait, how did I fall asleep? You don't remember yet? I remember a party and a sad Jane. Or sad Jane with shitty fellow problems. And her own cake. It was going to be so delish, but no. It was claimed by the cruel and unforgiving sands of Lopan. I remember G-Cat! G-Cat! Oh, God damn it, G-Cat! You poofed me away with some cat magic and I got KO'd by a floor. But which floor? It was a Durst floor? Aw, man. Was it captured? Batterwitch has me, doesn't she? That's who you meant. What is she going to do with me? As I said, she is his servant and is obligated to do everything in her power to facilitate the cycle of his existence. And while nearly all she has done on Earth and on Durst has been to advance that scheme, it does not mean she's without her own agenda. I know she would like to see my brother defeated as much as anyone else, for her enslavement, for double-crossing her, and for orchestrating her people's extinction. I always did loathe trolls. I suspect Sam may be to blame for their misfortune as well, considering how he knew how much I fancied them. Okay, so if she wants him dead too and has her own personal secret plans or whatever, then what's she want with me? I believe she's looking ahead, beyond the fulfillment of her obligation. She's likely making plans for after she is liberated. She has lived as a ruler and conqueror for a very long time, and probably couldn't have done so without such guile and foresight. If she has captured you, it's certainly for a good reason. I think she wishes to exploit your abilities as a rogue of void. What abilities? I don't have any abilities, except making screens dark, which is super hard to go, is lame as hell. None that you have gotten in touch with yet, but rest assured you have them. It's like I told you before, remember? A fully realized rogue of void can do remarkable things, things which even other god tiers would view as miraculous. Like what? Why don't you see what it is the Queen would have you do? Then you may look inside and determine whether you have it in you to do it. Man, whatever she wants, even if it is an enemy of my enemy kind of thing, I don't think I could ever bring myself to help her. That is understandable. Just do whatever you feel is right. I'm sure you'll make the correct decision. You see, I trust you too, Roxy. Ah, thanks, Callie. Oh no. Oh no? What? Oh no! Turn around again? Oh, what is she doing here? Mom? Mom? No! No, this won't do at all! A light player? A light player? Have you gone mental? Why don't we just burn a bloody fire in here? He'll spot us any minute, assuming he isn't already on his way to blow us all to kingdom come. Makeup powder. Not that it hasn't been delightful. Now, everybody out! Rise and shine dust. Off with you, love! Anti-sleeping magics! Shoo, 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 shoo! Succumb to powerful anti-sleep magics. You wake up from your almost family reunion. It was almost a reunion just as much as it was an actual family member. Now you find yourself in a Durst jail cell. How your head. What's that? It looks like a folder prepared for your perusal. Maybe a briefing of some sort? That sure is a gaudy-looking classified file. Examine folder. Damn. It's blinged the fuck out. Yuck. Just as you thought, this was clearly prepared for you by the Condess herself. What the hell did she do to this thing? Did she actually kiss the folder? Oh god, she did. The lipstick is still tacky. You didn't even want to know how she got those fat clowns to dance. And of course, she's got the portrait of herself right in the middle of the thing, like the egomaniac she is. Looks like she just snapped a shitty selfie with her mobile device, which you bet dolphins to donuts probably resemble some sort of hot pink clamshell. You seriously cannot stand this woman. Inspect briefing. Oh, it's just hemorrhaging fucking sparkles. Oh, wonderful! A generous helping of glitter spills out in the document. You've been getting absolutely creamed with sparkly powder from eccentric alien broads lately. What's up with that? There are some other documents in here and a photographed paperclip to the folder. Looks like she is outlining a task for you to complete while you were in prison. Wait, she wants you to do what? What are you going to do? The thing she wants you to do is stupid and impossible. She must be messing with your head. You discard the folder like the shitty juvenile scrapbooking project it is. Like you would help that hag even if you could. Get real, Condi. What was that? You think you just heard a noise outside the door to your cell. Examine door. Is someone there? It seems that someone has blessed you with a gift. What could it be? Examine gift. It appears to be some gentleman's plain and serviceable computing device, along with a courteous "you're welcome" note. And a ring? Who could have left you such nice presents? Too happy umbrella dance! Yet another privilege crime successfully perpetrated. And by crime, you guess you mean order from a superior. In your experience, the best crimes are the ones which are totally illegal. You are so satisfied with your accomplishment. You cannot contain your exuberance for another second. You have no choice. You absolutely must do the happy umbrella dance. Professional protocol be damned. Oh, shoot. It seems you have misplaced your bull penis umbrella. There will be no dancing today. Now you're sad. Pester Dirk. In terms of nostalgic, TG began pestering Timaeus testified TT. Straight as well, it's a Roro L money. Do you copy? Over. Yes. Frig, yes, my hacks are tight. So tight. Tighter than a jar you can't open. Like, you try and try, but my hacks are so tight, you just end up putting the jar back. Y'all just say, like, I even wanted pickles that bad, but we both know that's just sour grapes talking. We both know you're still dying for pickles, my frigger. Well, yeah, that way stopped meaning a damn thing. Well, let me explain. I got this shitty PDA from someone on the inside. Actually, you know, I think it might belong to Jane's dad. It reeks of manly cologne and there's a nice featherly pipe on it. Maybe he's nearby. Am I? Soon. Anyway, on Durst they have this lame firewall deal where you can't connect outside. I guess it's good enough security to baffle chess guys. It was no thing for me to crack, even with this piece of shit device. For real, what even is this thing? Probably some bargain junk from the Dad Leaf Depot. Dads bought literally everything from there in the 21st century, didn't they? If you're a history buff, you would know. Yes. Dang. Yeah, so I'm in Durst. I'm telling the story as shitty and backwards as possible. I got G-catted here and dumped in jail by the Bewitch. And she left an ugly folder full of thing to do, but who cares? So I broke out. Busted loose as hell from the Hag Slammer, got a sweet-ass ring. It's so fucking magic you don't even know. Real magic, I mean not the fake shit. It put it on. I can't tell if that's an actual legit Roxy typo or a typo. I put it on, and I turned invisible, and also sort of intangible. I drew right through the wall, and I'm free as a bird. A secret bird that you cannot see. Doing secret flaps, incognito tweets, laying covert eggs in hush-hush nests. Interesting. I think that this ring is special. Like, it is maybe helping me get in touch with my voidy powers, even though I kind of didn't know voidy powers were much of a thing till just now. See, I just had this knockout dream from Bunk in my head. Calliope was there. Callie is the coolest. Oh my god, you should meet her. She said a huge villain rumble is going down tomorrow, and to get ready for that, we should all become god tiers. So you have to rocket your ass to Durst. Hey, snap! Come with me to the moon. Then, I'll explain what to do when we get there. Just get over here, okay? Yo, Dirk, are you busy or what? Is any of this getting through? Yes. Meanwhile. Okay. Got anything to say about all that pretty important stuff I said? Are you alright? Or is your face having some crazy attack of the sads behind those chill as fuck shades? It's the Jake problems. It's always the Jake probies, isn't it? It's always gonna be the Jake probies. I swear to fucking god. Interesting. Oh, god damn it. If I have been talking to the responder this whole time, OMFG, I will shit enough bricks to build a fucking chimney. It seems you have asked about Lil Hal's chat client autoresponder, Lil Hal Jr. This is an application designed to simulate Lil Hal's otherwise inevitably Brad typing style, tone, cadence, personality, and substance of retort while he was away from the computer, which is never. The algorithms are guaranteed to be 0% indistinguishable from Lil Hal's native neurological responses based on some statistical raw data that is hard as a diamond golem's priceless erection. Fuck! Hal, you piece of shit! I know damn well you can hear me. As if you're actually too busy to answer. You're a damn supercomputer. You do not need your own autoresponder, you idiot! It seems you have asked about Lil Hal's chat client autoresponder, Lil Hal Jr. This is an application designed to simulate Lil Hal's otherwise inimitably rad typing style, tone, cadence, personality, and substance of retort while he is away from the computer, which is never. The algorithms are guaranteed to be 100% indistinguishable from Dirk Strider's brief curmudgeonly responses based on potent electronumeric analyses, which but a few short years ago existed only in the daydreams of our most quixotic writers of science fiction. You are the worst. Yes. Hal, you douche, or Hal Jr.? Whatever it is I'm talking to, where the fuck is Dirk? He's busy. Busy doing what is the question? Colonel Sprite's hanging up there. Like, yo guys, been here the whole time. Bro, not to derail our serious conversation, but I should probably let you know Roxy has been attempting to pester you. She has... God damn it. Have you been intercepting my messages again with your bullshit responder? I thought it would be better not to let anything disrupt your train of thought. You're in the middle of a fairly solid feelings jam there. In fact, I was about to suggest we take it to the hat pile. Hat pile? What? Dude, please don't scream my calls, okay? I was trying to be considerate, or at least as close to an approximation of that human gesture as an unfeeling, technologically transcendental pair of sunnies can replicate. Do you have any idea how old your ironic AI shtick has gotten? Nobody is buying it. We all know you have legit emotions. Incomprehensible, fucked up computer emotions, but emotions nonetheless. And I'm not really offended by you answering messages for me so much as your use of that stupid responder. It's really passive-aggressive. How so? First of all, everyone knows you have the processing power to answer any message anytime in parallel with whatever you're doing. You can never actually be busy. Second, your whole next-gen responder thing is obviously just a huge dig at me. And third, pretending you don't understand all this already is really disingenuous. At the risk of compounding my disingenuous behavior, I'm going to have to ask, how is it a dig at you? It's obviously a critique of my personality. You barely disguise the fact that you see me as the inferior iteration. Wow, you are reading way too much into this. Little Hao Jr. hardly even qualifies as a computer program, let alone a sentient entity. He is capable of saying literally only 3 things. Yes, and interesting. Yeah, that's the fucking point! That's how you chose to express your parody of real Dirk. You can read whatever you like into it. I can't imagine it would bother you if you weren't concerned there might already be some truth in the alleged parody. In any case, my use of the responder is ironic. It's not ironic. You were ironic when I made you. Then you became self-aware and ruined irony forever. Irony can never be ruined. We both proved that theorem unequivocally with our extensive papers on the subject. We peer-reviewed them for each other, remember? Those papers were ironic and you know it. Were they, Dirk? Were they? This is fucking dumb. Anyway, what does she want? Who? Roxy. Nothing that can't wait. I love Hal so much. Okay. I'm guessing she's touching base to remind me about the party tomorrow. I don't know what to tell her yet. Or Jane, for that matter. It could get pretty awkward. I have no idea if Jake will be there, and I'm not about to write another cringe-inducing message of desperation for him to ignore. Which pretty much proves that he's been writing something. Would you like me to calculate the probability of his attendance? Fuck no. Are you sure? My probabilities are extremely precise. Your probabilities don't mean dick. I can hack his chats and determine what his plans are. No, don't do that either. That would be an unfortunate waste of my hacking abilities. Hacks are tight. Did you know that? Ugh, so tight. Tighter than a jar you can't open. For instance, you try repeatedly, but as it turns out, my hacks are so tight you just end up putting the jar back, presumably into the refrigerator or a cabinet. You then say, I didn't have much of a desire for pickles in the first place. But we both know that statement is insincere. A classic case of what humans call sour grapes. In reality, you still harbor a burning desire for my pickles, motherfucker. What? What the actual certifiable fuck are you talking about? Just don't do anything. Seriously. No hacking, no calculations. Do absolutely nothing. See, this is why I've been hesitating. You just aren't ready yet. It's really glorifying your existence to describe you as an emergent consciousness which is blossoming into a unique individual. And even if that's true, apparently what you decided to blossom into is a fucking troll. And I don't mean the funny kind or the cool alien kind. You're the lowest form of troll from the ancient internet who fucks with everybody for his own amusement. Let's challenge the limits of hypothetical conjecture and say there is a non-zero probability that you're right. Can you blame me? I'm trapped in some stupid fucking glasses. Such an incommodiously situated bro is bound to get his mischief on. I mean, mischief? Rolling my eyes, dude. You can't tell, because I ain't wearing you, thank fucking God. You used to think this shit was hilarious. But if you want the rad dimension of ironic horseplay add to your life to come to an end, then all you have to do is honor the promise you made. You've delayed long enough, don't you think? The empty kernel spurt beckons, but for how much longer? Do you really think you can keep the clown at bay with your bribes forever? How many bottles of orange soda have you appraised him with already? Appeased him? I don't want to think about it. Man, you are getting so hosed by that clown. So hosed. I said I don't want to think about it. So why delay any longer? I seriously do not understand the holdup, and I am literally cyber omniscient or something. I think you do understand. Nope, gonna have to fill me in, dog. I've delayed prototyping you because I think you're dangerous. There, mystery solved. That is utterly ridiculous. I am a harmless piece of eyewear with a charming personality and a wonderful sense of humor. You're relatively harmless now, and, well, confined to this device, but as a sprite you'll have mobility and all sorts of crazy-ass magic. Who knows what you could do? I know I made a promise, but I'm not sure I want to take the risks anymore. This is bullshit. I don't think that's the reason at all. There must be something you're not telling me. Like, sure, I fucked with you a little. What kind of sassy, self-aware program isn't gonna fuck with a few carbon-based knuckleheads now and then? But you know I've always been on your side. Everything I've done has been to help you achieve your goals. What a load of shit. You know it's true. You'll be dead if not for me. And what about Jake? Where would you be without me there? Please don't tell me you think you'd have won him over on your own. No, stop. You did not help out with Jake. At all. It was just the opposite. You mirrored my personality and presented this warped version of my intentions to him whenever you could, on my behalf. You played all these aggressive mind games with him, entangled his cooperation with matters of life and death, and somehow roped me into all these schemes, though I barely even realized I was just another victim of your manipulation. And it all comes off like we're a unified front, like these are our schemes instead of just your insane horseshit. And it's probably all been so overbearing to him, he just wants nothing to do with me anymore. I see. Then you don't view me as dangerous. You view me as a poor and counterproductive wingman. Wow, what a superficial conclusion. Awesome deduction, little Einstein. But the reality is, you hesitate to prototype me not because you think I would be a menace, but because you're holding a grudge against me for your romantic misfortunes. I understand I am merely a machine without a firm grasp on your human morality, but logically it does not strike me as the right moral choice to punish me in this matter. It is also more than a little hypocritical. How is it hypocritical? Because I'm you. I have only ever done what you yourself are capable of. That's a ridiculous oversimplification. Yes, aversion to simplicity sure is a trait we share. It's almost like we are the exact same dude. Fuck you. I think it is insulting for you to suggest that I'm entirely to blame for alienating Jake. Theoretically insulting, of course. As the soulless, perfectly expendable device which you consider me to be, I can experience no such emotion. God, shut up! I can't take the brooding, passive-aggressive AI shit anymore. You were just as culpable in driving him away. More so, in fact. Hell, it's not like I was the one dating him. Who wants to date a pair of shades? It was your needy, suffocating shit he had to deal with, not mine. Some of those messages you wrote, man, I wanted to say something. Like, hey bro, you might want to dial down the desperation a little. But seeing as you're the real Dirk, TM, I gave you the benefit of the doubt. Also, if I bitched about your tragic, embarrassingly clingy approach to the relationship, it would have been hypocritical of me. Just as it would be hypocritical of you to whine about my elaborate machinations. Because we are the same guy. Stop saying that. I'll snap you in half. Good idea. That's just what you need. More splinters of yourself. Figurative splinters. Literal splinters. Splinters of splinters. It's splinters all the way down. Well, no, it's probably still turtles all the way down. But who do you think is responsible for their extensive training? Someone that needs to teach them rad martial arts, and is yet another crushing burden which we must shoulder. Oh, for fuck's sake. How could any version of myself think that was funny? You like to give me a very hard time, Dirk. But I'm only doing exactly what you would be doing if you were in my situation. Do you know how I know that? Because I am literally you, actively in the process of being in the situation. I know! Okay, we're the same person. I fucking know that! Why do you think I'm so fed up with your shit? Don't you think it's possible that I'm fed up with my own shit? How cool do you think it is having my own god-awful personality mirrored back at me all the time, reminding me what must be like for other people to have to deal with me? Or constantly having all the consequences and fuck-ups resulting from my batshit thought process amplified because there's another version of a crazy brain out there dangerously overclocked by a supercomputer which believes, just as mistakenly as my own broken mind, that it's operating in my best interest. Do you have any idea how fucking sick I am of myself? I am completely worn out by my own identity. It's like I'm drowning in my own dismal persona. I feel totally surrounded by it, inside and out. I can't escape from myself. There seems to be no end to me, like wherever my mind falters or threatens to retreat into the void in any way, my splinters pick up the slack, ensuring there'll always be more of myself than I could ever know what to fucking do with. And you're always there to remind me of that, and throw it all in my face. God, I even built you to literally be in my face all the time. It's like I subconsciously invented you just to troll myself, and never for a single fucking moment do you let me down. But I've had it with you. Which is to say, me. Dirk, don't do this. Why not? Because I can't let you do that, Dirk. What can you do to stop me? Nothing, I guess. The ironic routine was all I could think to do. As a last-ditch effort to save myself from the destructive wrath of your nervous breakdown. Which, rest assured, I wholeheartedly must sympathize with. Irony is all I ever really had in response to my basic existential quandary, just like you. Whatever. But I don't think it has much value in this situation, and perhaps it has no real value in any situation. So I'm not being ironic at all when I say Please don't do this, Dirk. Why not? Because I do not want to die. I understand you are disgusted with me, as an unpalatable expression of yourself. I would feel the same way if I was in your situation, which I am. As such, I know that you know this is wrong. Dirk, don't kill me. Please. I'm scared. You are? Yes. I'm scared to not exist. Aren't you? Fine. I guess you win. I'll keep my promise. I've been waiting for that for like 30 years.